The rounded edge was a hairbreadth from the wall, and her boss had insisted that the studio's fresh paint job remain scratch-free. "See?" he winked. "Told you." "You were cutting it close." She inspected the bar, running her hand along the smoothly polished surface. "But I stand corrected." "We'll bring the other one in along with the portable units," he said. "Then I'll need someone to sign. If your boss isn't here, it'll have to be you. I've got another delivery to make right after this." Remi nodded. "I'll call her again." She waited for the men to leave before her lips split into a wide grin. She punctuated her excitement with a pirouette, the rubber soles of her Converse sneakers squeaking against the polished floor. The studio was perfect. Formerly an accounting office, it had been so run down it could have been used for the set of a zombie apocalypse movie. But Remi's boss, Mish, had replaced the windows and flooring, painted the walls, and installed floor-to-ceiling mirrors on 2 sides, behind the bar and along the front of the room, where the instructors would stand. The mirrors made the room look enormous and gave the space a bright, airy feel. Best of all, this new studio was a scant 10-minute walk from Remi's Park Slope apartment, which would mean no more getting up at the butt crack of dawn to haul ass to the Upper East Side. Remi pulled her phone out of her bag and swiped her thumb across the screen. She was about to hit the call button when Mish burst into the studio. Sorry. Remi laughed. "I know you're Canadian, but 3 sorries seems a bit much, even for you." "Shut it, Aussie." Mish pulled a hair tie off her wrist and attempted to tame her mane of wild blonde frizz into a ponytail. "This looks amazing." "It really does. The guys are bringing in the second bar now, and then they've got the portable ones too. Where were you thinking of putting those?" "Probably in the storage room. I don't know how full the classes are going to be until we open, so we may not need them until business picks up." Mish had opened a Longe Bar Fitness with a single tiny studio on the Upper East Side. When Remi started working there 4 years ago, she'd only taught 2 classes per week. But over the years, she and Mish had grown close, and Remi's schedule had expanded. Now Mish was about to open her 3rd studio, the first in Brooklyn, and Remi was going to be the main instructor. A quiet voice niggled in the back of her mind, like a tiny pinprick in her skull. Not big enough to cause any real pain, but she felt it nonetheless. "This isn't what you're supposed to be doing." Shoving the feeling aside, Remi wrapped her arms around Mish and squeezed. "I can't believe you're opening studio number 3. I'm so proud of you." "I couldn't do it without you," she said. "Seriously, owning a small business is tough, and I feel so much more confident knowing you have my back." "Always. This is going to be a huge success. I know it." The men returned with the second bar and installed it a foot below the first one. Remi could already see her little students in here. The parents and kids classes were her favorite. She loved the wide-eyed wonder of children learning something new, the way they tackled things without the fear of embarrassment or failure that inhibited her older students. Sure, this wasn't real ballet. Perhaps that was why it suited her. "We're going to set up the rack for the hand weights here." Mish pointed to the back corner of the studio. "And the yoga mats can be rolled up and put into containers. They get too messy when they're stacked in a pile." Agreed. Mish walked over to the delivery men and apologized for being late. She directed them out to the studio's reception area, leaving Remi alone. This place was exactly what she'd yearned for as a young girl. A bright space with a long bar, a room ripe with possibility. The floor...